Hey, what's up, y'all? Martin Jakks 79 here. Got an interesting one for y'all today. Apparently, the Sonic the Hedgehog for the movie plot line, or at least the premise of it, has been leaked. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm definitely not one usually to reveal full storylines on the channel, but I felt intrigued in talking about this one since I'm such a huge fan of the franchise. So let's get right to it, man. First of all, this leak comes from Daniel Richmond. He's on Twitter/X, has over 400,000 followers. Upon my research, some people are really swearing by this dude, where they're claiming that everything he puts out usually comes to pass. He's got like a 95% success rate. Okay. So that's the main reason we're doing this topic today. So like I said, take this with a grain of salt. So essentially the plot or the leak line or whatnot is Amy comes back from the future where Dr. Robotnik and Metal Sonic have taken over the Earth and rule. So she is coming back to the past to rewrite history, to team up with Sonic and friends to battle Dr. Robotnik and the Metal Sonic that is being currently created from the present so that she can rewrite history. Okay, so let's stop that right there. So y'all know I'm a mega Dragon Ball fan. Y'all know with this channel, obviously Dragon Ball Z is my bee's knees. If it wasn't for Dragon Ball, this channel wouldn't even exist. Doesn't that sound a little bit familiar? I'm just saying. I mean, do y'all want to rehash the story of Super Saiyan Trunks with Dr. Gero and the androids? Why not? We might as well. So in the distant future of the universe of Dragon Ball, the androids, along with the Red Ribbon Army and Dr. Gero, end up taking out the majority of the Z fighters except Gohan, where it leaves it just to him and Trunks to take them on for at least 20 years before the androids finally get Gohan and Trunks is left alone to take them out to try to save the future. So him, along with his mother Bulma, they build a time machine and they send himself back to the past where he warns Goku of the impending doom of the androids, which could correlate to Metal Sonic, and Dr. Gero, the mad scientist, which could easily correlate to Dr. Robotnik. Listen, I don't write these tales. I just correlate them in my own psyche and compare them. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly the same story. Exactly the same. So if I had to take an educated guess, probably in Amy's timeline, Sonic gets defeated, no more Knuckles, no more Tails, maybe Shadow leaves the planet, Earth is left to defend for itself, where Amy is the only freedom fighter left with her Pico Pico hammer to take on Metal Sonic and the Dr. Robotnik. So maybe she hears about the legend of Sonic throughout his adventures taking on Dr. Robotnik, and she goes on a trip to the past to recruit Sonic to defeat the androids. I mean, Metal Sonic and Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Gero, whoever. So that's how I'm seeing it. Also, you know what I'm thinking? I'm calling it right now, man. If I'm wrong, I'd be shocked. You know how in the original Sonic CD and Sonic Adventure from Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, respectively, they had Amy as an obsessed little girl following Sonic around with a crush. I think they're going to change that. And I think instead of that, they're going to have Amy as this supreme Wonder Woman style heroine who is, taking it upon herself to save the future. I think they're going to have Sonic develop the crush on Amy. And he's going to spend the majority of the movie trying to impress her and getting her to fall in love with him instead of Amy falling in love with Sonic just because he's Sonic. I think that's how it's going to happen, man. Calling it right now. That sounds 2026. You know I'm right. I don't know. It's very rare that we get stories where we have, girls, or especially young girls, be obsessed with like heroes like that. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be the other way around, and they're going to have Sonic chase after Amy for 2 hours. And I'm calling it right now. Just remember, you saw it on Martin Jakks 79 first. Now, in saying all that, we also have to mention the story of Sonic CD as well. That's Sonic going to fight Dr. Robotnik for the control of the little planet. He needs to go and collect the 7 time stones. Then he has to warp back in time as he's running fast enough to go back in time on each specific zone to defeat a robot that Dr. Eggman has built, that within the future that the robot won. So Sonic has to go back to the past, defeat the robot, but then go back to the present, make sure everything's good, then return to the future so that the future is not a desolate wasteland. So, I mean, it could be somewhere around that storyline as well, but the only difference is Amy is mostly just a damsel in distress in the Sonic CD storyline. She's not a heroine at all whatsoever. It's not until in the later games, in the later, 2000s or whatnot, where she develops her own core fighting ability, specifically Sonic Adventure. So, I mean, like I said, I'm happy with the change to her character for sure. Because, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I found her quite annoying when I was a kid. So, seeing her being a worthy warrior to assist Sonic rather than just being a damsel in distress is definitely a welcomed change for sure. Definitely excited to see Metal Sonic in action as well. Like I said, it looks like a horde of Metal Sonics that's going to be taking on the gang, with most likely the Metal Overlord being the king of Metal Sonic that they're probably going to have to take on by the end of the movie. Definitely excited to see that as well. So as always, if this plot is real, I'm definitely excited for it. If I had to take an educated guess, it might not be exactly how we're seeing this plot leak, but I'd be shocked if it's not definitely some story elements from this leak that's going to get incorporated into the story. I mean, how could it not? I mean, there's only so far you could go with the Metal Sonic and Amy storyline. I mean, it's from the future. They're fighting to save the future, and they're going to team up with Sonic and friends to defeat Metal Sonic and Dr. Robotnik. So, I mean, I'm excited for it regardless, even though I technically already know the story. I've known this story from the games and, Dragon Ball for the past 30-something years. So if we see more leaks or information that's correlating to the story that could actually possibly happen, we'll definitely cover it here on the channel, man. So make sure you get subscribed so that you don't miss out. Don't leave yet, though. I still got a little bit more for y'all, so let's switch gears and let's take a look at what I've been working on here. Any Smash Brothers fans here? I know I am. So I've had this extra Sonic on my, just extra shelf here for almost a year now. Been trying to figure out what I wanted to do with him, and I was thinking to myself, like, what about the black Sonic skin from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? So I'm going to post up a little pic of him here. This is the Sonic. Of course, the first conception is he is based off of Shadow the Hedgehog, but I think actually it's from a sprite from a Sonic the Fighters where he's like completely black and white. So that is what we are going for here. So pretty much the only thing we have to do is paint the blue skin black and the wrists black and the shoes black. So first thing we need to do is unplug all of the appendages here. If you have a Jakks specific Sonic in your collection, or if you collect the Jakks specific Sonic action figures in general, if you've been collecting them for years like I have, I'd be shocked if you didn't have an extra Sonic in your collection. So I think this is going to be a pretty easy custom to create. So now that we have all of our appendages out, we just need to paint the figure and just get it going here, man. We're going to put on a couple of coats. I definitely don't claim to be a professional painter by any stretch of the imagination. Just something that I'm doing for fun and really just to, stretch out the video a little bit longer, man, because I knew I wanted to talk about the movie and I knew I had wanted to do this custom for quite a while. So I was like, hey, let's combine the two and let's see how it goes. So hopefully y'all can appreciate the effort here. Okay, we're about done. So this is what we are looking at right here, man. I feel like that came out pretty good. Like I said, don't be too harsh on me in the comments with my paint job here. Like, listen, I'm not a professional painter. If you've seen any of my customs before, it is what it is, dude. I'm just happy, to be able to do this. I had an extra figure, so why not paint it and see what we got going on here, man. So got the shoes, the gloves there, and the body is about done. It's going to be some scuff marks or whatnot and around the face and the body, but I don't care. It's just something that I just wanted to whip up super fast. Comes out good. So once it dries, we'll assemble our figure, get a final look, and we'll begin to close out here, man. All right. And that should wrap it up for this little custom here, man. So that comes out good, man. I think that's pretty spot on to how he appears in Smash Brothers. Like I said, pretty touchy paint job. Not perfect at all. But for what I was going for the shelf, man, this comes out fine, man, honestly. So, yeah, how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all like it? I think it looks like crap. It looks like crap. It does. I admit it. But it's definitely puts a smile on my face, though. It reminds me of Smash Brothers. We've definitely hit that time where we need to start hearing about a new Smash Brothers coming out for the Switch 2. Hopefully we get that, hopefully sooner rather than later. So, yeah. that's where we are, man. So, okay, that's going to wrap it up for this one, man. So, if you appreciated the leaked footage and this custom, you know what to do. Hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. If you have any comments or concerns on it, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to have a great conversation with you guys, especially with the a very similar storyline to Dragon Ball Z and this custom from Smash Brothers that we have created, man. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you get subscribed. You can follow me at youtube.com/SmartJack79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, you guys know I am an avid Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I have been such since I was a little boy, since 1991, since the franchise's inception. So whenever we get a tidbit of information or if I just have something interesting about the franchise to talk about, I'll cut on the camera and we'll get to it, man. So, okay, as always, I will see you guys on the next one. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.